So today on the House of Jess, I have a very special guest. Her name is Kristin Marchman, and she is the owner of Essential Wellness Massage and Chiropractic Care. And I am so excited to have her on today. Okay, Kristin's here, and I'm so
Hello.
excited.
I'm excited to be here.
So tell everybody who you are, what you do, and all the things.
So my name is Kristin Marchman. I am the owner of Essential Wellness Chiropractic and Massage here in Cumming, Georgia. And I'm a mom of 3 and just busy, but life is good. I'm thankful for all of it.
So it's funny, we have actually known each other a really long
A while.
time.
I was thinking about that. We go back.
I was like, well, I don't even remember. I mean, it's probably is before I had Penelope.
Well,
And
I think it was.
I was trying to get pregnant.
The chamber. I think we met through the Chamber of Commerce because I was just growing my chiropractic business at the time, and I've been a chiropractor for 17 years, so it's got to be 15 or so.
Yeah, which is
we were doing the Power Network lunches at the Chamber, and I think that's where we first met before I saw you as a patient, I believe.
Yes.
So yeah, you were working a full-time gig, totally different.
I know.
And
I was, advertising life and not doing design yet.
Yeah. But it's been a while.
But I just remember like me coming in there and I was trying to get pregnant. We were going through IVF.
Yes.
It was such a hard time. And like you helped so much.
Oh,
like
thank you.
I had awful back pain. I was like the biggest pregnant person ever. And I just like wanted it to be over, but you helped so much during that time.
Well, good.
So
I'm glad I was able to help.
But I have a couple questions for you. That was, I wanted people to know what Essential Wellness, does and what makes your approach different.
Yeah. So at Essential Wellness, we really focus on the full body, full wellness for physical health, mental health, spiritual health. That's what I want Essential Wellness to be. And that's what I totally believe it is. We have services that appeal to all of those. Spiritual health is kind of obviously something on your own, but we always have our Christian music playing in the background personally. So that feeds our spiritual health and hopefully that of others. But physical health, we offer chiropractic care, which is, controls the whole nervous system, which controls every function, every organ, every cell in the body. So by helping your nervous system, you're going to help your whole body function at 100%.
Yeah.
We have massage therapy, which feeds that physical, but also mental.
Which I used a lot of.
Yes. Also, and as you should, as everyone should, feeds the physical and mental wellness. And then we also have a couple cool, I don't want to call them toys or gadgets, but that's kind of what I thought of them as when I added them to the new
you got to
office.
tell them about the Vita bed.
We have the Vita bed, red light bed, which is a medical grade red light bed. We're one of the few.
You're one of the only ones
in the country that have it. It's basically what you would see at a gym or tanning salon, but like on steroids in the best way possible. So it is red light, also blue light, which also feeds to that whole mental health. It's good for mental wellness. And then we have a class 4 laser, which is a targeted version essentially of the red light bed, which is for specific injuries. So if someone comes in, obviously, hopefully chiropractic care and massage will help them. But if they have a broken bone or a sprain strain, that's where that laser will target a specific injury and really go in on a cellular level and help heal from the inside out. So
that's so awesome.
So we focus on everything, and I try to have things that even if, one of our entities can't help, we have something else that will.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So like chiropractic care, we were actually talking a little bit before this that you were like broadcasting and all these things. Like, what made you want to be a chiropractor?
Yeah, so I
mean, it probably goes back to some of the things you just said, too.
It does, yeah. I actually started getting migraine headaches as a child. I remember when I got my first one because I thought I was going blind. Like, it's just one of those images that's ingrained or one of those memories ingrained in my brain. And ended up being migraine headaches. We tried all the things. We tried medication. We tried, everything. And finally, I was afraid of chiropractors, actually. Finally, my mom took me to one, and it honestly changed my life. Made my migraines become less and less until they were no longer an issue. Yeah. Which should have been the moment where I was like, hey, what is this? What is chiropractic? Yeah. But it wasn't. My aha moment really came my junior year of college. So I went to college in Ohio for broadcasting and theater. And I one day woke up, I was 20 years old, and I couldn't stand up straight. And I was like, what? I'm 20. Like, this shouldn't happen, right? So I went to school in a very small town. There was one chiropractor, very old school guy. I went to see him. I walked out standing up straight, and I was like, what is this? This is amazing. Like, not only did this help my migraines, now I'm standing up straight. I need to know more about it. So I was studying, like I said, broadcasting. I was on our actual college radio station at the time. And when you're on the radio station, a lot of times you set up songs in advance, so you have time in between. Literally ordered a book off Amazon about chiropractic and what it is, would read it while I was sitting there in between songs. And my mind was blown. And I was like, this is amazing. It was a whole different way of looking at health from the inside out rather than the outside in. I called my mom one day, my junior year of college, and I said, Mom, I want to be a chiropractor. And she's the most supportive person in the world.
She seems so sweet. I've never met her, but like just seeing pictures of her, she's amazing. So sweet.
And she didn't call me crazy. She said, okay. So my senior year of college, I took all my prereqs, then moved down to Georgia right after I graduated college and started chiropractic school. And I'm still here because I met my husband here, fell in love with him, fell in love with the state of Georgia.
Yeah.
And that's kind of
so funny. I did not know that story. So that's so awesome.
Yeah. Fun story.
It's kind of funny because like that's kind of how I was with design.
Okay, yeah.
You know, like I had done advertising for 14 years.
Yes.
And was just like I always knew I wanted to do design. I always did it on the side and help friends and all that. So it's just funny because like I was just like, no, I'm doing this.
Yes.
Like it's just you wake up, like you said, and you're just like, nope, this is what I'm gonna do.
And I kind of always had like this nerdy, sciencey side of me that I never knew how to fill into a career. And then once I learned because I don't like needles, I don't like blood. So anything with that, I was like, But once I learned about chiropractic, it just made sense.
Yeah. And everybody loves you and you're so good at it.
You're so sweet.
I mean,
thank you.
And you also, I just wanted people to know too, like you love doing babies and specializing in, kids. And
I see babies. My kids have been adjusted from the day after they were born. I gave myself a day to just be mom when they were born. They were all three born at home. So I have a little crunchy hippie side to me too. But I gave myself a day and then, with babies, obviously there's no cracking, popping. It's not nearly what some people think it is. Completely safe. My kids are three of the healthiest kids that I know. And then, we see pregnant mamas. We also do see men. We get that question a lot because we do see more females than males, but because
it's so like spa-like and pretty and all that. We'll get into that.
Yeah.
What do you think is something that like people don't know about chiropractic care? I
feel like people really look at it for back pain and headaches, right? I mean, that's traditionally what chiropractic is known for.
Not more like health.
Right, exactly. But like I said before, the nervous system, so what I do is we move bones that if a bone is misaligned, the fancy word for that in chiropractic world is subluxation. If a bone, I won't go too deep into the science, but if a bone is misaligned, then the nerves are not getting proper function. The nervous system in whole can't function at 100% and the body does not function optimally. So just by removing that interference, I always say the body was created perfectly, beautifully, and all we need is no interference and we'll be able to hopefully function at 100%. And that's what chiropractic helps do. So some people come in for, back pain and headaches, of course. And I've had patients though that say, I never treat these things, but patients will say their asthma's better when they get adjusted.
Because you're like, it's got to do something.
Exactly. Opens everything up. Yep. I see babies that have ear infections, that have less ear infections. I mean, there's lots of things that people don't think you're coming to a chiropractor for, but it can help, which is again why I
sometimes it gets under us, like under.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm a little biased.
Well,
but and that's why I think everyone should be under chiropractic care, just because it's not about just pain; it's about whole body wellness.
Whole body. Yeah. Okay. One more thing before we get into the big fun stuff. It's just funny because I need to know how your Christmas love started.
Oh gosh.
I don't because you like when I think of Christmas, like you're one of the only.
I love that.
Like I'm serious. Like it's so funny. I'm like, well, Kristin's probably already decorated for Christmas, so I don't feel bad about it.
I am everyone's crazy Christmas obsessed friend, and I own it.
Have you always been like that?
Ever since I was a kid, and people ask me where that came from, and I do remember. Like it's funny. I do have this vision of being in my living room as a child and looking at my Christmas tree and just feeling like this magical sense of life. And I think, of course, I grew up with my mom and my older brothers. And I think, of course, they helped, make some fun memories, of course, too. But I really just, I don't know. I love it.
I love it too. So this is fun. I mean, it is
so fun.
If Flint was here right now, my husband, he would be like, "Oh, Jessica's obsessed.
Yeah.
I am not on your level."
Yeah.
But like I is always like, I need everything to be perfect.
Yeah.
I need all the activities planned. I need all the parties. Like I'm just that.
I mean, it's so fun. Everyone's just happier this time of year.
And having kids just makes it so fun.
So
I mean,
magical.
you know, I've got little ones, so it's like little ones.
Yes.
I mean, it's just like so fun, you know?
Fun,
and then you're just like, oh my God, when is this gonna be over?
Yes. And I have a teenager now, and he's still cooperates and participates in the Christmas fun. So thankfully,
I heard that like when the older ones figure everything out, that they honestly, it's like a whole new meaning. It's almost like just as fun.
Yeah.
Like
he
you know,
has
like
fun with it
that's
too.
awesome.
So yeah, I'm hoping. And I mean, when I fill our schedule with Christmas things constantly in December, I just remind my husband these days are limited. One day they'll be at college, and we're still going to go do these things because I'm a child at heart.
You're going to be like,
I'm
you're
an
coming home.
Yes, exactly. But it's so much fun.
That's
with
so
kids
fun.
Too. Yeah.
Okay, well, I just love that.
Yeah.
Okay, so the big thing is you moved locations.
Yes.
And we helped you design it.
Yeah.
And it was so much fun.
Yeah.
And my first thing would be like, let's talk about the big move. Let's, you know, why did you move? Why, you know, what made you move locations? Because you'd been at the other one for a long time.
Yes. So I had been, in our little, it's called Vickery Village, but a little village, there is a central location with the green space and all the shops.
I mean, I totally get why you moved.
And then there's the outskirt buildings. And I was in one of the outskirt buildings, which I always say the central part is where the cool kids are, which everyone's cool in Vickery. But I mean, I get all the business owners. But yeah,
you get
so it was always a dream, I guess, of mine. I actually remember driving by. So my husband and I bought a house in Cumming, and we drove by Vickery Village. And I vividly remember one of the first times we drove by, we were both like, what a cute little shopping center. And I literally turned to him and said, how cool would it be to have an office there? And this is just like one of the many examples that God just has always showed up in my life, because little did I know that a few months later, there was a chiropractor there. Yeah. And he would literally send me a message out of the blue and ask me if I wanted to rent a room in his space. And then the rest is then the rest is history, I guess. So I was there for many years, and honestly, we had just kind of outgrown the space. In addition to always wanting to be in the main area, we had outgrown the space. This would provide more rooms. The space that opened up, I waited a couple years, the flooring was already white marble. So that was what I would have chosen. So it was like the perfect space, lots of light already there. And what entrepreneur doesn't want to design their dream space from the ground up? Yeah. So it was just the perfect opportunity.
Yeah. And I mean, you know, I know when you reached out to me, I was so flattered, because I was like, oh my gosh, like this is, you know, awesome. Like we hadn't done a ton of commercial stuff because we do so much residential, but I had just actually finished up a law firm that we had just done. So I was like, okay, I can do this, you know? But I feel like too, like what made you come to me for that job? Yeah.
So, I mean, first, I adore you, of course, as a human. I mean, like we said, we've known each other a while. I love supporting female business owners, entrepreneurs, but I mean, your talent, I think it speaks for itself. And I've seen your work. You had helped me with little projects in my house too. And I loved how those turned out. I love that you're so easy to work with, but also you give options that are affordable. I don't have fancy taste when it comes to design. I didn't grow up with a lot, so I don't have that. So I'm more on the thrifty side, and I feel like you can appeal to that. You offer the things that you suggest are not $5,000 chairs, unless someone wants it to be a $5,000 chair, right?
I mean, we do everything.
I feel like you have such a wide spectrum.
I like to tell people you don't need. I mean, even if you have $5,000, like you don't need to spend $5,000 on that chair.
Right. Like, and I love that about you.
That is my concept. You know, I think that's why people like it.
Yeah, I love that about you. And so, and I just knew you would respect. I think my vision too. I think I even before we officially said, let's do this, I think I even sent you like this long voice message, and I was like, okay, I'm a bit of a control freak when it comes to this. Like, I have this vision, very specific vision in my head, and I just need help bringing it to life. I wanted to make sure that wouldn't annoy you or, I had another.
Some designers would be like going crazy.
Right.
But that's just not me.
Yeah. And I knew, you would let me be a big part of it. I had another friend who's a designer who I knew was going to be helping. I wanted to make sure that, no heads would butt there. And I mean, you were honestly a dream to work with. So exactly what I was hoping would happen.
Well, and it's funny that I remember that voice note. And because, I know you have a certain style and like you wanted to do that.
Yeah.
And so it was kind of really, I mean, you were very easy to work with for me because you honestly knew what you wanted.
Yeah.
But you just needed to know that what you wanted was going to work.
Yes.
And that is where like our visuals and stuff come into play and really help.
Exactly.
Because like, I mean, it turned out so beautiful.
And I love that you have the vision boards and everything. And I know I have.
I wish when we had done that, we were doing our really, really cool 3D versions. But I was like,
even what you did,
I was like,
great.
I should still plug in yours and like see what they look like.
Yeah, no, it was still great. And I feel like I have little quirks too. Like I remember being like, okay, I want all silver, no gold, even though I know gold's trendy. Like I know mixed metals is trendy. Is that okay? Like I want, and you were so just great and easygoing with everything. So thank you.
So I mean, you dealt with a big remodel. I mean, it was a remodel pretty much. So, knocking down walls, moving walls, changing. I mean, we had our deal with that. That's okay. And it all went good. But what was the most overwhelming part? Well, probably the water wall.
Probably the water wall. Bless that water wall. That could be a whole podcast. So we won't talk too much about that. But I think the most overwhelming part was all the things that I couldn't control, like the permitting and, all of that.
Oh, that stuff's the worst.
I love that the design was not overwhelming. And that, I mean, that's so in part to you and your team, because I didn't once feel overwhelmed by all of that. It was, I feel like that was very on time and went how it was supposed to go and easy. I feel like the overwhelming part was, all of the things that were beyond my control.
The construction part's always hard.
Yeah.
I mean, that's,
and I knew to expect the unexpected, but it's still hard as someone who likes to be in control and be on time and all the things. But we got it done. We got it somehow by the grace of God. We got everything done, even with some delays, not on your part or my part or anybody's part. But we got it done. We opened on time. So all ended up being great.
And like, when you walk in there, well, I was going to ask you what your favorite room is.
Yeah.
I'll tell you mine first.
Yeah.
I mean, the lobby is so beautiful.
Yeah.
Like, it's so beautiful. Yeah. Like, you have that custom piece of art made and that accent wall and that the lights.
Yes.
And it, honestly, like the chairs and everything, like the decor really makes that room.
Yeah.
It really does.
Everything came together so beautifully.
And then obviously you've got your lobby and your desk. I mean, it's just all so beautiful.
Yeah.
But there's really so many favorite parts.
Yeah. And I feel like I would probably say that's my favorite part too, just because that's when you walk in and it gives the vibes that I dreamed and hoped it would give and that I visualized. But then there's magic, I feel like, in every room. Like in the chiropractic room, remember there's the wall that was this textured wall that I was like, this is going to look so great. And they put it up and it looked absolutely terrible.
And I was like, spray that
silver. You had I mean, thank God. Like you were like,
you almost took
I know
it
this
down.
Might sound crazy, but what
Go
if
get
you
a can of spray paint.
And we did it. And like people compliment that wall all the time. It looks incredible. I love it. And it's so on brand too.
You were so worried about not liking your office.
Yeah.
I feel like the size, you were really worried about the size because you were used to bigger.
Right.
But I mean, it's still
it's
great size.
It's perfect.
I mean, it laid out and turned out so great.
It's perfect.
So.
I mean, I have literally zero regrets. Nothing that I would change. So
it was so fun working with you doing that project. What kind of feedback have clients said? Have they loved it?
Yes, they love it. I mean, it's literal music to my ears because when we first opened, we got the oohs and ahs when people walked in, which is like, this is everything, right? That's exactly what I was hoping for. And
you think you've gotten more business being there?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, it's hard because with chiropractic, we're mostly referral based. I don't think people say, oh, there's a chiropractic office. Let me just go there. Yeah. Massage maybe more so, right? People are more open to just because there's multiple massage therapists. We have 4 massage therapists there. So I mean,
Yeah.
yes, probably.
Yeah.
But we get so many compliments on the design, and
I
people
love
are
that.
always like, did you do this all on your own? I'm like, no, I can't take full credit. I had a vision.
I will say, you
but-
could definitely say you had a big part.
You guys helped me bring it to life,
Yes.
which I feel like was the hard
That was
part,
a crazy
so.
install day now.
Yeah.
That I remember.
Yes. That day was chaos, but we did
might have
it.
been one of the little
did
bit
it,
more
yeah.
stressful times. Well, I'm so glad you came on here.
Yeah.
I wanted to have you, like, where can everyone find you, book an appointment?
Yeah.
Find you on Instagram.
Yeah.
Tell them all this.
Yeah. So our website is www.essentialwellness.chiropractic.com. Our Instagram handle is @essentialwellness or @essentialwellness chiropractic. Sorry, I almost messed that up. We do have an office cell phone, which is also able to receive text. So I try to make it easy. We do see lots of moms. We see lots of busy people in general. And so we want to make it as easy. You can text or call the office number anytime at any hour. And whenever my staff is in the next time, they'll text you or call you back. So we try to make it as easy as possible. I do have a personal Instagram, which I at one point planned on being like,
I know
health and
everybody
wellness.
needs to follow that Instagram.
Health and wellness Instagram. And I was going to grow it. And honestly, it ends up being a lot of pictures of my kids and my cat. So if you're not interested in that, probably don't follow it, but it is @Dr. Kristin
Or if
Marchman.
you love Christmas.
So, or if you love Christmas, there's lots of Christmas content coming. Especially, well, I guess it'll probably be done by the time this airs, but it'll be there.
Funny.
Yeah.
Well, I just love you to death.
I
Thank you
love
so
you.
much for coming on.
Yes,
and
I'm honored to be here. And thank you so much for bringing my vision to life.
You're
I
welcome.
appreciate you and recommend you to anyone, everyone, for sure.
Thank you so much.
Of course.